These Rudolph inspired rolls are literally going to take you about 30 seconds to make per roll. All you're going to need is a Swiss Miss roll. You can get these at pretty much any grocery store. I believe they're by Little Debbie. Then you're going to need 2 mini candy canes. You want to stick the candy canes into the Swiss Miss roll on the very top to act as antlers. Then you're just going to need to attach 2 edible eyes and a red M&M using some frosting onto the face, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I think that these came out absolutely amazing. They were seriously so easy to make, extremely inexpensive, and they are just so freaking adorable. This would be a perfect treat to make with kids. I think that they would have a blast making these. Next up are the Santa hat cupcakes. This treat is another treat that is going to take you probably 30 seconds to decorate. You want to start off with some pre-made cupcakes. You can of course make your own homemade cupcakes. I just use the box mix because it tastes really, really good, and hashtag lazy. Then you just want to take some buttercream and you want to dye it red, and then add it into a piping bag, and you want to pipe on some red buttercream frosting onto the top of your vanilla cupcakes. To finish off these Santa hat cupcakes, you just want to take a skinnier tip and you want to pipe on some white vanilla buttercream, 1 little dollop on the top to act as the pom-pom of Santa's hat, and then a bunch of little dollops going all around the perimeter of the cupcake to act as the fur of Santa's hat. Here is the final product. I am so fangirling over these cupcakes. I got inspiration from the Disney World and Disneyland cupcakes that they have out. I follow way too many Disney Instagram accounts, and I saw these on a bunch of the different Instagram accounts, and I was like, I need to make this at home because I can't make it to Walt Disney World this year for the holiday season. And to be honest with you, they look pretty much identical, and they're really delicious too. This next treat is just a little bit more time consuming, but definitely worth the time that you're going to put into making these. We are going to be making some snowman cake pops now. Just let me know, be honest, are you guys sick of me making cake pops on my channel? I feel like I make them all the time, but they are one of my absolute favorite treats out there. To make these, you just want to crumble up some cupcakes or some cake into a bowl, and then you want to add in some frosting, whatever frosting in the color or flavor that you would like. Just use a very little bit as I am demonstrating here, and then you just want to mix it all together until you get a paste-like consistency. To make the actual cake balls for your cake pops, you want to grab some batter. I never ever measure this, but if I had to measure it out, I would say it is about a tablespoon, anywhere from like a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of the batter, and then you just want to roll in your hands until you get a spherical shape. Grab a cake pop stick, dip it in some chocolate, it can be whatever kind of chocolate that you would like, and then just stick it right into the cake pop, and then put these in the freezer for at least 2 hours. Now for the decorating portion of these cake pops. This is the part that makes my heart so happy. You want to take your cake pops right out of the freezer and immediately dip them into some melted white chocolate. You can even use white frosting for this. It doesn't mold and it doesn't hold as well, but it will still work. So you just want to dip it in, and you basically want to pat off all of the excess chocolate, and then you want to stick it down onto a piece of wax paper. You can really decorate these however you would like. The possibilities are endless. I decided to take some sour straws, cut them in half, and then just cut them into tiny little strips and put it going right across the top of the cake pop to act as the strap of the earmuffs. And for the actual earmuffs, I decided to use 2 green or multicolored M&Ms. Then I just used a mini orange M&M. I stuck it right in the middle for the carrot nose. And to add the eyes and the melts, singular, just the mouth, one mouth, I used some mini chocolate chips. Voila, your very own snowman cake pops. I saw this on Pinterest and surprise, surprise, it was from Disney. So a lot of these treats are Pinterest inspired, but also Disney inspired. And because I can't make it to Disney this season, I just need to make all the treats in my house. One of the best parts about this dessert is that, again, it is so customizable. Have fun with this and, most importantly, enjoy. These treats are my absolute favorite. I'm a huge Reese's fan, whether it's Reese's Pieces, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, whatever they do, I love it. So when I found a recipe to make some at home, I was super excited. To make your own Reese's Christmas trees, you're going to need to start off with half of a cup of peanut butter. You can use smooth peanut butter or chunky peanut butter. I personally prefer chunky peanut butter, so that is what I'm using, and I'm sorry that my voice is so off. I'm still so sick and I just cannot kick it. To the half cup of peanut butter, you want to add in 1/4 of a cup of powdered sugar, and you just want to mix it all together. Then you want to place it onto a piece of wax paper, and you want to fold the wax paper together and sandwich the peanut butter inside, and then put it in the fridge to chill. After it has been chilling in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to an hour, you want to take it out of the wax piece of paper. It should be in a harder state at this point. Then you can just take a Christmas tree cookie cutter and you can start cutting out some of the peanut butter centers. Place the trees on top of another piece of wax paper and place them in the freezer this time. And you want to place them in the freezer for at least an hour. SNOWMAN said he does not win the race in this next step. You want to take your Christmas tree peanut butter centers directly from the freezer and place them into some melted chocolate. I'm using milk chocolate here. I'm just scooping them out with a fork, tapping down the sides to release all the excess chocolate, and then placing them onto a piece of wax paper. Again, work very, very fast for this step. Allow the chocolate to set and harden, and that's pretty much all there is to it. These are so close to the original thing. It is actually kind of scary. And here's my question of the day. Are you a Reese's peanut butter cup person or a Reese's Christmas tree person? There is a difference. I am definitely on the Reese's Christmas tree side. They are so much better. And last up, the candy cane sugar cookies. For this recipe, you can absolutely use your own homemade cutout cookie dough. I'm just deciding to use the bag mix this time because I wanted to see if it would work just as well. It worked pretty well. I think I like the homemade cutout cookie dough better, but this one definitely worked as well. I just poured all of the contents of the bag into a bowl, added 3 tablespoons of flour, an entire stick of butter that has been semi-melted, and a cracked egg, and then I mixed it all together. To truly get this dough to form, I had to put the spatula away and start using my hands. Gotta get down and dirty with using my hands. I just started kneading all the ingredients together until I got a nice sugar cookie dough. For the candy cane cookies, I needed some of the dough to be red, so I just cut the dough into fourths, took one of the fourths, and then added some red food coloring to it. I started kneading the dough, and I just kind of pushed it all together until I got a nice red color. This is an extremely important step that you do not want to skip. You need to place the dough in some saran wrap and place it in the refrigerator to chill before you start cutting it up. After the dough had been chilling in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, I took small sections of both the red dough and the white dough and I just started rolling it out. I rolled out each section to look like a smoothie straw, if that makes any sense. If you've ever seen a straw that you use in smoothie, they're a little bit thicker, and that's about what each of these sections looked like. Once I was satisfied with how both of them looked, I just attached the white dough and the red dough together, started twisting it together, and I formed a candy cane shape. Last step is just to bake your candy cane cookies in the oven at 350 degrees for about 5 to 7 minutes. Look how stinking cute. In my personal opinion, these look just as good as they taste. I was so in love. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having an amazing day and I will talk to you all soon. Bye guys!